South Africa is located at the southern tip of the African continent, between the Indian Ocean in the east and the Atlantic Ocean in the west. The country has an area of around 1.2 million square kilometers and a population of around 62 million. It is a federal republic and ranks as an incomplete democracy on the Democracy Index. South Africa is the only African country to belong to the G20, and the national currency is the rand. South Africa borders Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Eswatini, and completely encloses the territory of Lesotho. The country's most important mountain range is the Drakensberg, which stretches from the southwest of the country to the northeast. Its highest point is at 3,482 meters. The South African plateau extends north of this. The most important river is the Orange, which rises in the Drakensberg and flows into the Atlantic in the west. The Limpopo rises in South Africa and forms the border with Zimbabwe along its course. Cape Agulhas is the southernmost point of the African continent and also the geographical border between the two oceans. The Cape of Good Hope is also known worldwide. South Africa has a relatively diverse climate. Due to its location in the southern hemisphere, the seasons are opposite to those in the northern hemisphere. The Cape region in the southwest has a Mediterranean climate with dry summers. The southeast has a humid subtropical climate along the coast with year-round rainfall. The highlands have a subtropical mountain climate with dry winters. Steppe climates with savannas follow towards the north, and finally, the northwest is extremely dry and covered by deserts. Incidentally, South Africa is one of the countries with the greatest biodiversity, and there are various protected areas. Probably the best known is the Kruger National Park, which is located on the border with Mozambique. It is home to lions and elephants, among others. The country's population is concentrated in the highlands in the east and the coasts, while the deserts are practically uninhabited. The largest cities are Johannesburg and its suburbs Cape Town, Durban, and Pretoria. Officially, South Africa has 3 capitals, each with different institutions. The seat of government is in Pretoria, the parliament is based in Cape Town, and the Supreme Court of Appeal is in Bloemfontein. South Africa also has 11 official languages, many of which are spoken in different regions. These are Afrikaans, a daughter language of Dutch, English, which has established itself as a lingua franca, and Xhosa, Zulu, Sotho, Tswana, Pedi, Tshivenda, Tsonga, Southern Ndebele, and Swazi. South Africa's cultural and ethnic diversity has earned the country the nickname Rainbow Nation. During apartheid, which is strict racial segregation, the black and colored population was settled in separate districts, so-called townships, and even in demarcated regions, the homelands, and thus clearly separated spatially from the white population. Although the situation in South Africa has changed, the consequences of this policy are still clearly visible today. Former townships and homelands are still characterized by greater poverty and poorer socioeconomic factors. Immigration from other African countries is also a constant source of conflict. South Africa's economy is considered to be the most developed on the African continent and has a GDP per capita of roughly $7,000. The most important agricultural products include corn, which is mainly grown in the highlands in the east, and wheat, which is grown particularly in the Cape region. This region is also known worldwide for its wine growing, which has taken place there since the founding of the Cape Colony by the Dutch. Sugarcane in particular is grown on the east coast. South Africa also produces and exports various types of fruit and vegetables. The country is rich in natural resources, the export of which is an important source of income. The most important resources include chrome, platinum, gold, and diamonds. In the manufacturing industry, the most important products are motor vehicles and textiles. The most important industrial location is the Johannesburg conurbation. The city is also the country's most important financial center and home to the South African Stock Exchange, which is considered the most important on the continent. The port of Durban, which is also Africa's largest container port, is particularly important for the import and export of products. Cape Town is another important business location and also an important center for tourism. In addition, the airports of Johannesburg and Cape Town are among the busiest on the African continent. That's it for South Africa today. Thanks for watching. Until next time.